Tired of just learning English from a textbook?
Ready to speak your mind for real?
You've found your space. This is where the conversation gets real. The opinions are welcome and your English comes alive.
Welcome to the club. Welcome to the Real Talk Society, the place where you will find other people willing to talk freely without worrying about mistakes or errors. Here, you will learn that speaking English is not the main goal. It is learning to communicate with emotions and fluency. So, I got something super weird for you. Well, not weird, more like really interesting that I've been thinking about.
Oh yeah? Sounds intriguing. Drop the bomb and let's start digging. What's on your mind?
Okay, so I was watching this interview, right? And the person being interviewed, they were super smart, totally knew their stuff. But in the middle of a sentence, they just stopped, like a full-on freeze. And it got me thinking about why we do that, why you just pause too much, you know?
That is a fantastic topic, and it's something everyone thinks about but gets totally wrong. Welcome back to Real Talk Society, everyone. Today, we're diving into exactly that, why you pause too much.
So tell me, Alex, why do people freeze up like that? My first thought is always, oh, they forgot the word in English or something.
Exactly what everyone thinks, and that's the biggest misconception. 9 times out of 10, it has almost nothing to do with their language knowledge. It's not about vocabulary. The real culprit is a sudden drop in confidence.
Confidence? Really? But they sound so sure of themselves right before it happens.
Right, but think about it. Your brain is a processing machine. It's juggling the thought you want to express, finding the words, managing the grammar, and paying attention to the other person's reaction. It's a lot.
Mm-hmm.
The moment a tiny bit of self-doubt creeps in, like, am I saying this right? Or are they bored? Your brain's executive function it gets hijacked by its emotional center. It's like a circuit breaker flips. The thought is still there, but the bridge to your mouth just vanishes.
Wow, a circuit breaker. That's a really good way to put it. So that freezing moment is basically a confidence-based system failure.
Totally. It's a conversational fight or flight response, and you chose freeze. And the more you focus on the fact that you've frozen, the harder it is to reboot the system. It's a vicious cycle, you know?
Oh, I absolutely know. Then you start saying and a million times just to fill the space, which brings me to my next question. Is that silence, is it always bad? Because, it feels like it. It feels like a total failure in the conversation.
I am so glad you asked that. No, absolutely not. We need to reframe how we think about silence. There are 2 kinds of pauses. First point. You have the panic pause, which is what we've been talking about. That's the deer in the headlights moment. It feels awkward because it is unplanned and born from anxiety.
Okay, the panic pause. Got it.
But second point, there's the power pause. This is totally different. This is the pause you use on purpose. It's when you intentionally stop for a second to let a point land, or to gather your thoughts before saying something important. It shows control. It shows confidence.
A power pause. Okay, so, how does that work? How can you tell the difference? Because in my head, a pause is a pause.
It's all about the delivery and the body language. A panic pause is tense. You look away, you fidget. A power pause is relaxed. You maintain eye contact. You're calm. You own the silence instead of the silence owning you. It actually makes people lean in and listen more closely. It's a tool, not a mistake.
Wow, that actually takes a lot of pressure off. So, could you give us a concrete example of a power pause in action? I'm curious to see how to avoid the panic pauses and use the powerful ones instead.
Absolutely. A great example is when a speaker is making a key point. They might say, and the most critical takeaway is this. They pause for a second, make eye contact, and then deliver the line. You have to be authentic. That pause builds anticipation and gives the audience a moment to process. It makes the message stick. It's a tool. To get there, you have to change your goal. The secret isn't to become a perfect speaker who never pauses. That's not human. The goal is to improve your ability to recover. It's about continuity, not perfection.
Continuity, not perfection. I like that. So what does that mean, like, in practice?
Okay, so a few things. First, give yourself permission to use bridging phrases. These are your best friends. Instead of a dead, panicked silence, you can say, "So the point I'm trying to make is," or "Let me think about how to put this." It buys your brain a few seconds to get back on track, and it signals to the listener that you're still in control.
Oh, that's smart. It fills the silence, but with something productive, not just, um.
Exactly. Second, practice in low stakes situations. Talk to your pet. Describe what you're doing as you cook. Leave yourself voice memos. The goal is just to get used to the act of talking continuously without the pressure of being judged. You're building the muscle of just keeping going.
Building the muscle. Right. So it's not about memorizing words, it's about practicing the act of flowing.
You've got it. And the final piece of advice, and this is the big one, focus on the message, not the words. When you're passionate and really focused on conveying an idea to someone, you're less likely to get bogged down in finding the perfect word. Your brain just finds a way. The flow comes from the desire to communicate, not from having a perfect vocabulary.
So basically, stop trying to be perfect. That's pretty much the lesson for everything in life, isn't it?
It really is. Flow isn't about an absence of pauses. It's about having the confidence to navigate them. It's about knowing that if you stop, you can start again. That's it. That's the whole secret.
Wow. So, to recap for everyone listening, that freeze mid sentence, it's probably not your English. It's just a dip in confidence. And silence isn't your enemy. You can use a power pause to your advantage.
And remember the main takeaway. Aim for continuity, not perfection. Use bridging phrases and practice just keeping the words coming. It's a skill you can totally build.
This has been actually really helpful. I feel better about my own ums and uhs now. Thanks, Alex.
Anytime. Well, that's all the time we have for today on Real Talk Society. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll talk to you next time.
Thank you for listening. Be sure to subscribe to our podcasts on YouTube and follow us on all social media platforms. You will find us at Real Talk Society Club. And don't forget to share our podcasts with friends. We'd like to have a huge community, so a lot of people benefit from this. Have a great day, and I will see you soon.